What if the very habits that promise you stability are the ones quietly eroding your peace? What if the path to true freedom lies not in grand gestures, but in the silent resignation that has masqueraded as routine? Meet Clara. At 28, she stood at a crossroads, peering into the mirror of her daily life. Beneath the surface of her outward success, she felt a maelstrom of anxiety swirling within. Each day, she awoke to a relentless cycle of tasks, drowning in her to-do list, scrolling endlessly on her phone, and neglecting the very passions that once ignited her spirit. This is just how life is, she'd tell herself. Yet deep down, an echo resounded. Is this truly living? Clara's journey began with the ancient wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, who once reflected, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Just as the Stoics embraced the notion of conscious control, Clara started to sit quietly, observing the patterns that had taken root in her days. The silence grew louder than the noise she usually drowned out. This was her moment of reckoning, a confrontation with her shadows, as noted by Carl Jung. Her routine began to change when she dared to confront her self-sabotage. She set aside just 5 minutes each morning, resisting the urge to check her phone, to listen to the thoughts that had long been muffled by distraction. In those fleeting moments of silence, she discovered the habits that drained her spirit, the mindless consumption of media, the procrastination disguised as taking a break, the avoidance of her creative aspirations, all quietly robbing her of purpose. But like the roots of a tree, these habits were resilient. Even as she attempted to cut back, Clara found herself slipping back into familiar patterns, the frantic daily grind, the allure of temporary comforts, all whispering that it would be easier to simply ignore the growing void. In her struggle, she recalled Epictetus' wisdom. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Clara realized she held the power to make a choice, and in that awareness she felt a shift. The turning point came unexpectedly, in the form of a single profound question: what if I chose to act instead of being acted upon? This question ignited her will. She took purposeful steps, replacing mindless scrolling with journaling, distraction with reflection, chaos with intention. Each small change felt like an act of rebellion against the self that had settled into complacency. It was in this journey that Clara unearthed a timeless Stoic truth. The power of virtue lies in our choices, even the quiet ones. The room for growth exists in embracing discomfort, challenging the habits that no longer serve us. The Stoic practice of mindfulness ushered her into a newfound clarity, where every silent moment became an opportunity for growth, and every choice beckoned the virtue of discipline. As Clara peered into that mirror once more, the reflection that looked back was fortified by resilience. The quiet habits that once dragged her under had been examined, and she had chosen differently. Now she lived in the awareness that peace comes not from escaping struggle, but from mastering it. So, what silent habits do you carry into each day, hidden beneath layers of routine? What powerful choices are waiting for you just on the other side of awareness? As we navigate the complexities of our lives, let this be the reminder: true strength resides in the stillness of self-control, in confronting the shadows that dwell within, and the conscious choice to reclaim your power. Embrace silence. Embrace change. And in the spirit of the Stoics, remember, we are not defined by our struggles, but by how we choose to face them.